thought the Grizzlies were. I don't believe we won this thing 4-0. We didn't kick anybody's butt, and I'm not trying to be overly gracious or anything. It's true. A couple of plays here and there, just in just about every single game, could have changed the whole darn thing. So we're thrilled to be able to win the series, but Memphis was a hell of a competitor all year long. I thought that the organization did a great job putting things together. It was difficult at times, I know, and I thought Lionel and his staff were superior in keeping that ship upright and moving in the right direction. One of the best, if not the best, defensive inside team in the league, and they were super. It was a hell of an opponent.
Mike Monroe, San Antonio Express News, here, Pop. At one point, I think maybe for the game, Tony Parker scored or assisted on 20 of 37 baskets. Can you just talk about what Tony did tonight? Maybe his most. Well,
he's had a lot of very good games. Obviously, this probably ranks up there, without a doubt. And I've said it a lot of times this year. I thought he played better than any point guard in the league. He got hurt, and then he got a little unsteady for a while, getting back from the ankle. But once we got into playoffs, he started to return to the form that he was. Up until that point, he's been fantastic. Making the All-NBA second team really, was deserved, and he was moved by it. It meant a lot to him, and he's continued to play the way you've seen at both ends of the court. He's playing defense also, but people just look at his scoring.
If I could follow up on the defense, you held them under 40% shooting in both these games here in Memphis, and tonight you got a lot of steals from Kawhi Leonard, blocks from Thiago Splitter, defense from Tony Parker. Can you talk about how your preseason goal of returning to quote-unquote Spurs defense has worked out?
Well, we were a middle-of-the-road defensive team last year. Whether you want to look at statistics to prove it or just look at our team, we were average, and it was our goal, to try to get up there into the top echelon of defensive teams. We're not the best, but we're a whole lot better than we were last year, and that was the primary goal. And the second goal was to, play together and trust each other. We're not a one-on-one team. We can't give the ball to one guy and say, go score. We do it as a group, and we wanted to make sure that we had assists and ball movement and that kind of thing. And I think that for the most part we've done that.
Teresa Walker, Associated Press. You talked about Memphis's inside game, but you managed to outscore them again in the paint. You were getting a lot of easy layups. What was working so well for you in shutting down Zach Randolph?
Well, I think it's just effort. There's no magic. We didn't come up with some new defense to guard them, but we were aggressive. We did a lot of denying, a lot of pressure on the passer who was trying to deliver the ball, whether it was high-low or from the wing. And we fronted and three-quartered and showed a lot of looks on the post. We didn't just stay behind. We made it difficult for him to catch. At times, he caught it and he hurt us, but for the most part, I thought the post defense, the foot movement and the commitment was fantastic.
Coach, last year, Green and Splinter played last year, but they played a whole lot better this year. Talk about the defense improvement of Splinter this year and the consistency of Green to contribute to your success. Well,
last year was really Danny's first year being in that kind of a situation, and he was okay. This year you can see the improvement in his confidence and his mental game more than anything. And Thiago, he was hurt off and on during the entire year, and when we got to the playoffs, he hadn't really played, wasn't really in great shape or wasn't in great rhythm. But this year he started from the get-go, and it's shown. We've become real used to him on the court.
Mark Spears, Yahoo Sports. Coach, what's your general thoughts of getting back to the finals after these 6 years?
Yeah, I'm going to have to think about that tonight, when I'm laying in bed. But it already feels pretty good. You don't expect that to happen maybe this late in the game with the same group. It's tough to do, to maintain something that long. But it just shows the character of those three guys and their ability to play with whoever else is brought in around them. They deserve a lot of credit for that.
You obviously, you always show your appreciation, but do you even appreciate it a lot more with this drought and it being number 5 to be there that many times?
Well, I appreciate it. Maybe I don't show it the way I should, but it's pretty special. I'm just really proud of the group, the way they, worked all year long to get there, and I'm sure that we've been a team that's probably been written off like they've had their day, and that seems logical. I would probably have said the same thing if I was a fan from the outside looking in, but it doesn't show the way these guys compete and what they think.
What convinced you that you could perpetuate it with this group long after the normal shelf life of a team?
Well, they're still healthy, and I think a lot of people think the grass is greener on the other side, and if we do change this coach or trade these guys, it's all going to be nirvana after that. But I think if you stay the course and you've got leaders who are quality character people, and you follow them as long as you can. So. I've been hanging on Timmy's coattails for a long time. Thank you.
Mark Spears, Yahoo Sports. You said earlier in the season you wanted to get back there for Tim, most notably. Just talk about that and accomplishing that feat.
So it's a great feeling. Since last year, I promised to him that we'll go back to the finals and get an opportunity to win the whole thing, and trying to do my best, try to be aggressive every night, and I think everybody in the team, we really want to do it for him. So we win the West, and now is one more step. This is the hardest one. We don't know who we're going to play yet, but we know it is going to be tough. But right now, let's enjoy it, and we'll focus on who we're playing later.
Yeah, Tony, Ron Higgins, a Memphis Commercial Appeal. He had like 25 for 26 the second half. Just talk about the confidence you had, especially when they kept making runs and you just kept making plays like you felt you could do anything you wanted.
Well, my teammates, they're doing a great job getting me free, setting great picks, and playing with a lot of confidence. Pop's challenging me every year to get better, and I just try to get better every year. And this game, I felt good with my shot. A teammate was doing a good job to get me open, and I kept knocking down.
First of all, how's the eye? Did you take another shot? Yeah.
It's okay. It happens. It's a very physical series, and I know Mark didn't do it on purpose.
That's good.
It was the other one, so yeah.
Teresa Walker, Associated Press. Tony, attacking Memphis in the paint, you guys got so many easy layups and just kind of dominated them once again in the paint. What was working so well and that allowed you guys to attack that way?
Well, I think our ball movement, the first 2 games, we moved the ball very well, knocked down a lot of threes, and I think it opened it up for game 3 and 4. They didn't come as much. They were not committing as much on me when I was penetrating because they were scared that I will hit the shooters. So I think game 1 and game 2 definitely opened for everything else. And so after game 2, when I got a lot of assists, I knew they were not going to help as much. And so I was just being aggressive and just try to, take what the defense give me.
You just talk about the feat of getting back after you've been gone for so long. You guys got to so many so fast, and then
it's unbelievable feeling. It's really hard to go to the finals, to win a championship. And for me personally, I was 21 when I won my first one, and you think it's easy and you're going to go back every year. And 2007, we win our third one in 5 years, and you think it's going to keep coming. And I'm 25, and 6 years goes by, and every year it gets tougher and tougher. Every team wants to beat you, and that's why it makes it even more special to go back after all those years, playing at a high level with the same coach, with the same big three, but changing a couple of pieces, huge pieces like Kawhi and Danny Green playing great basketball, Matt Bonner, Thiago Splitter, And so I think it makes it even more special. And if we go all the way, it'll definitely be my favorite because it gets harder and harder.
The last time your team was in the finals, you ended up being the finals MVP. How do you think you have changed, your game has changed since, in those 6 years since?
Well, I think I'm improving every year. I try to improve in every aspect of the game, try to be good defensively, offensively, be the engine for the team, try to be a better passer, better shooter, better free throw shooter, and better clutch performer in the fourth quarter. And you know, it's an honor to be, you know, the guy for a franchise like the Spurs, and you got Timmy and Manu and all my teammates. They're counting on me, and Pop shows so much confidence that it makes me want to, you know, play great, and that's why my teammates they push me to get better.
What does this layoff do for you guys before the final?
Well, it's great. You know, obviously for our team, the way we played Memphis, it was very physical. I know our bigs, they have a lot of bruises, so it's going to be great to rest. I know Timmy and Manu, they're going to love the rest. And we're going to regenerate and get ready for whoever we're going to play. All right, thank you, guys.